What up, guys? It's your boy Nick. So this is my first YouTube video. I'm really excited about this. This video is basically gonna be like how to get a job right out of college. Like this is something that I feel like all college students want to know because you don't want to go to school for 4 or 5 years, 6 years, however long you spend going to school, and then be like, I don't have a job. What's the point of going to school then if you don't have a job, right? That doesn't make much sense. So I'm gonna just talk about myself just a little bit. Name's Nick. I mean, it's quite obvious. I basically just graduated from UCF. I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch. I'm waiting for that final, like thing on the paper. You graduated. I'm waiting for that, but I'm pretty sure I got it. Everybody else said I got it. I've had, I'm computer engineering. That's what I'm doing. That's what I should graduate with. I've had two internships in my career, and I have maintained above a 3.0 GPA. And also, I was the president of a club, retired very recently. So the first thing that I think you should do if you want to graduate and then get a job right out of college is you want to create a profile for yourself. You want to actually make yourself look presentable. Just like if you were going on like a date or something, you'd be like, hey, you want to make sure you have a good first impression. It's the same way because even the companies are trying to have a good first impression with you. So it's the same way. You're kind of like going on this like date with a company. So you want to look impressionable. Like if you're gonna go on, I've never experienced Tinder or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure the swipe right, swipe left thing has something to do with how you look at first, right? So so creating a profile for yourself, so something that helps you to stand out, right, is to maintain above a 3.0 GPA. That's something that really helps you in college. And maintaining a 3.0 GPA is not easy by any measure. I just want to say that it is not easy. Well, for some people that are gifted, sure. Me? No, not gifted at all. It's not easy to maintain a 3.0 GPA. But some key points that I like to reflect on, like going back in my whole college career, is I had to learn perseverance. Remember, I'm doing engineering. I don't know about every other major. I know people like doctors and stuff like that. STEM majors specifically, it's difficult to say the least. So you have to persevere, or you have to never give up, never quit. You have to keep pushing because there's a lot of people that actually start college but never finish. It's because they don't have the grit or the know-how to do it, and that's why making having a 3.0 actually puts you above most people is the fact that you have the grit and the work ethic to keep this up, right? Another way to help to maintain a 3.0 GPA is definitely to get help from your professor. Like I cannot. Okay, this. There are edge cases in which your professor is horrible. I'm not gonna say your professor is always gonna be great, but professors for the most part they all like to help. That's their purpose. That's their only reason for being there is to help you. So get help from your professors. Email them. Try to find out their office hours. Find out when they're available. Like because why struggle by yourself? Why sit there and be like, oh, I can't get this information. Of course you can't get this information. It's new to you. That's why you're going to college to learn this, right? Another thing that I found very important in maintaining this 3.0 GPA also is to get help from your friends. Like when you're in class, you have other people that are going to be doing the same struggle as you. I try to create like group me's and things like that to help each other because that's the whole point of like humanity. We wouldn't be anywhere if we didn't like learn from each other. So I really believe that that's a strong thing in maintaining a 3.0 GPA is getting a core group of friends, even just a core group of friends. Like I could tell you, one of my experiences, I took, I believe was one of the worst combination of classes for any like STEM or math major. I did Calc 3, differential equations, and physics with calculus, all in the same semester, and boy, it was fun is the term I'm going to use, but that's not how I felt. But I had like three friends that we signed up. We called it like a death pack or death wish. So we all three of us signed up for the same three classes, and I was able to get two A's and a B. I don't like physics, so that's why that happened. I don't know why. I just never it never rhymed with my soul. So I don't like physics, so that's why. But getting help from my friends actually helped me to get through a semester that I know by myself. and I've never been able to do. And then the next thing is read the book. If all else fails, I think this is something that you could go to at first, but you have to read the book. You have to make sure you like it has a lot of information that you might not, because the professor can only explain so much. The book was made to teach people from beginning to end, and the professor is using the book as reference to like get points or outlines and stuff. But use the book. The book helps a lot. um and okay, so now that was for people who can maintain a 3.0 GPA. It would be great to maintain a 3.0 or above. But if that isn't a possibility, or it's too late for you, um, the next best step is to excel in projects. Like find projects to do. I know for me it's easier. Like for computer-based things, it's easier to get on projects. But there's always places around that you can go to try out things, or be like try out things to get some projects out there, because there's no better show of if you're worthy or you're good for the job more than experience. So try out for some get some projects on there. um it helps a lot, right? And then you want anytime you do a project, you want to make sure that I think it's best to like document it. That way you're able to put it on paper, put it on your resume. Because think of everything that you do, something that you can put on your resume. Like everything applicable to your field that you do, you should probably put it on your resume. Why? Because they see, oh, they did this, oh, they did this. And then if it was asked for you, then you can explain it because you've done it. You can put a little more passion. I'll talk a little bit more about interviews later, but yes. So next thing you want to do is, like if the maintaining of the GPA or getting a lot of projects, is you want to find a club. Like specifically before, like if you haven't had an internship yet, it's harder to stand out, because you're trying to build a profile, right? It's harder to stand out if you don't have any experience under your belt. And everybody wants experience. I thought it was like I don't know what the term for it is, but it's it's kind of weird that to get an internship, which the internship exists to get experience, you need experience. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. That's the world that we live in. So try to get into some club that is in your major. Like for me, I love robotics. I actually got a minor in robotics, or intelligent robotic systems, but I just call it robotics. So I got a minor in robotics, but I joined the robotics club, and that's how it helped me to put myself out there. Right, until you get an internship, it's best to be doing something outside of school, because everybody's doing school. So what makes you different? Try to get something like that on your resume. Get a club, join a club, be active in a club, so it can help you, right? And then try it if you can get an officer position, right? As I said, I was a president of a club. That wasn't necessarily exactly towards my major, but it shows leadership experience nonetheless. When you have leadership experience, it shows that you are a go-getter. You'll go out and do it. You'll go and do something that is out of the way, that you will try, right? Because you don't want somebody to bring somebody on that not going to do any work. Nobody just, that's not how the world works. That's not how anybody wants it. I'm not going to pay somebody to do nothing. That makes no sense. So the next thing, because we're trying to get a job out of college, a thing that always stands out, obviously, I think this is harped on every time, get internships. And I have just kind of basically explained it. I can make a more in-depth video on getting internships, but getting an internship. So I'll give a little bit of snippet, or a base level of what it takes to get an internship. So something that you should never overlook is your career services. I don't know how many people use these things, but it helps so much. I was able to use my career services to get my internships from, like, because I used it in a way to get my resumes to a next level, because you need, unfortunately, we're all judged by this piece of paper that we present. I've seen a My Little Pony piece of paper. That was crazy. I thought it was insanity, but his resume was really good. So it's insanity. So you need the career services. They help you with things like that. Like, what will you need to do for your major? Some of the times the career service isn't necessarily for your major per se. It's a very generic thing, because there might be tons of majors. So for me, like doing computer engineering, I was using the career services, but it only took me like so far. like it can take you so far because if it's all generic, it doesn't have any technical things. So if say you do a mock interview, right? Because mock interviews are really good. Mock interviews and them checking out your resumes are really good things to do. But if I do a mock interview, a technical mock interview, that's what they're gonna ask you for, and they don't ask technical questions, or you give a roundabout technical question that you don't even know, they won't be able to clock you on it and tell you, oh, that's wrong, or oh, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. So that's another thing. And then so use your professors as well and use other students to build your resume. Also looking at like websites of like for resumes of alumni, it helps a lot. It really does. Like when your alumni's because your alumni is literally got the job, so you look for something that is similar to that job, right? You want to look for something that is similar to the job you want to go into, so it can help you out. And then always you always want to go to a career expo or internship expo. I don't remember what the terms are called. Internship fairs, whatever they're called. You want to go to those because those are when literally employers are looking for people. This is the only reason they'd show up. They're looking for people. So you want to go to that. You want to use this to the best of your ability. No matter what like which area you're at in college, you should go to these things just to check it out because you can get your name out there and you can always use them. You can always oh, so you see my resume. How could I improve it? Just in case, like that would help out a lot. How can I improve my resume? That would be nice, right? And then something that I think people overlook is going to the companies that don't have a lot of people at your table. It's okay. Let's look at a little bit of probability here. Say you go to a giant company like I don't know Microsoft, and uh, how many people apply for Microsoft? Like 10,000, I guess. I don't know. Like how many people are in your school? Do a small fraction of it. Say the 1,000 people apply for Microsoft, and you go to this small company that not many people know, but you can check them out on some sort of career site. You can check them out, and then you've got like 50 people that does it. If you're in one of the 50 compared to one of the 1,000, well, there's a way higher probability you'll get into the one that's 50. So it's better to go to these unknown companies because they're trying to get people too. And I've gone to a lot of empty tables, and it's helped me out so much. I've actually gotten internships and jobs because of me going to the empty table. Like both of the internships one of the internships that I got was because I went to a table that not many people went to, and that's how I got it. The other one was the career services website. That's how I got the other internship. Was literally I went to the career and I was applying. It took me like 8 months, but an internship is an internship. I had two internships on my resume. Made me very easy to look out for. I got contacted from people, Deloitte, Facebook, the big names like that. But yeah, so also so just using the career expo, it's really really helpful to do that. And then next is the obviously if you've gotten past all of these things, you're maintaining your thing, you look nice. Now you have to look presentable in person. Like you swiped, I guess right is what you do when you like somebody on Tinder. Okay, I want to set up a meeting place. Okay, I want to meet with this person. Now you have to shine, right? And so then you have to get through the interview. So people always say be yourself, and they cannot be more right. Like I have done this. Okay, so being yourself is very very important. Why being yourself is very important is because it shows you personality. Like it shows your personality. You're more you're more verbose when you're actually being yourself rather than trying to be somebody that somebody wants. It doesn't make you, it makes you a robot, right? And the thing to remember is there's nobody like you. You're the only you. That's as unique as you could get. Like, you're the only you in this world. So be yourself. And then I think something that we as humans always try to do is present ourselves to be the best that we like the best, which you should be presenting yourself to be the best as you are, but you should also show the fact that you aren't perfect because nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. So if you come in, oh, I'm the greatest at this, that, and never have any like criticalities about yourself, or show that, oh, this is where I sometimes fall short, but this is where I excel, and this is how I try to make this my strength. that's kind of how it helps. It helps to show that you're human, but you're trying to learn and develop, especially in internships. That's what you're trying to do. And even in jobs, you're still going to be learning. You know, you have to be excited about learning. And then the another thing that I think is very important when it comes to like internships is I cannot. This is the funniest thing is technical questions, or I mean technical questions for me. It for computer science, computer engineering, whatever engineering, STEM in general. They always ask some technical question, right? So some of the times you get off-ball technical questions that don't really apply to anything, like going into a room, light switches, which one is the light that was on. Hey, I mean, it works. It works. It's critical thinking, but I think something that you have to be aware of is that they're gonna ask you technical questions. Like you should be able to be ready for the behavioral questions because that's you. You should be you, but you also should be ready for the actual knowledge that they are hiring you for, right? So the actual knowledge that they're hiring for, like me, it's never failed. I don't think I've ever been a part of a job interview. And this is from coming from a computer like software engineering area. I've never gone into an interview and they've never asked me. They've never not asked me what is polymorphism. I have never gone into one to this day, and I've been in a part of about 12, at least 12 by now, and they've always, without fail, always asked me what is polymorphism, and I can explain it, but not all of you are computer people. You can look it up via Google. So yeah, but that is my breakdown of really like what it takes to get a job right out of college, and I'm telling you this because I've had two job offers getting out of college. I've maintained the 3.0, and I've had the internship, so I can attest to this. And I'm just coming out, and I don't want to lose this knowledge. I want somebody else to. I want to pass on this knowledge to somebody else. So thanks for watching this video. If anything, leave anything in the comment section. I'll try to read them all. And yeah, thanks for do it. Peace.